NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
630.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Watch safety creep, watch safety.
Protein spill.
Safety creeping. Shift.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 54. Here we go, let's bring it.
Hey, 88.
Let's bring it. Check the hot read. Back. 6 guys. Check 6.
Recon, 132 fighter. Jump out.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
319.
54 Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming up.
319.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
No. 319.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the shooter.
50. Check 1.
Check. Fresno.
Takes 3. 218. Chopper.
Check 31.
Back 1. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
Let's go.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
He goes to the 20. Hey, kill.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Goff now looks to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Tonight, 180. Listen.
53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Undercut.
5.
Throwing on third. Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
319.
54. Mike, 54.
Hey, take 26. 319.
On first down, Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Rams' 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Jump out.
Watch twist.
General West.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. You got 3 down. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throw it back.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Check three.
We're good.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53, check 53. What's the run? They're running it. Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Trying to get it to Woods.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Check 99. Joker.
Chip. Hey, 88.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. This is taken at the 23.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Cross.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, let's go. 58, boy, 58. 58 to Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Goff on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
First down.
We go tonight. 180.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go on. Come on, D.
On first down, it's Gurley.
Let's go, let's go.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now it's Gurley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Watch the screen. Switch, switch, switch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Value 3. Value 3.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. He don't know.
To throw is gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 9, Packers 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 626.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Right now. You got 58. Green again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hook out. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. It's Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Goff. And Woods has it complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Right there. Ready? Check, check, check.
Here's Gurley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
180.
Mike.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chris Thompson, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run on first down. Hubbard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got it. Slam.
26.
Big Ed.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Louis.
Watch the ship.
Here's Goff. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Right 20, 4 down.
You don't want this. Slam.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We go tonight. Right 20.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Out of the gun. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Right 20.
Ringo. Watch the car.
Hold on. Check.
From the 50, it's Goff. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike, 54. Come on, baby.
Back one. 26. Hey, Alpha.
Bang. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Yeah, Liz. Hit in the mirror. Look again.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Check. 43. I'm coming.
On 3rd down, it's Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Any day.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Rams 16.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Listen.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, gone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run with Pumphrey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Mike 54.
Jump out.
54. Come on. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They run it here with Thompson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Check 26, check 26. 58, right over there.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Go to 50. Hey, you free to get up?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Inside.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Exit.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Box it. Switch.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So going into the final play of this game, they knew that they